Sunday night I was with my kids, you know, weekly visitation. Not Sunday night, was Saturday night. So, my apartment here gets cold at night because I'm in the basement. So I decided to go over Friday night, and they get there, Saturday. So I went over Friday night, and if you've been following me, you know that I've been building up to regular extended fasting, which is anywhere from 3 to 7 or more days. So, what I've noticed over not just this period of time, but over the years of learning about health, and if you understand this, you understand mostly about health. Here's the thing. What people think of as a sickness is actually the body's perfectly healthy response. So, when you get a sore throat, that's inflammation that's come to the area to heal. You actually want that to happen. That means that your body's in good health and it can mount a response. You don't want to shut off the symptoms. You want to figure out what caused it and fix that. So that's in essence what natural healing is. You understand that the body's perfect. That's what the word native means. It means born, perfect, in terms of native medicine. Uh, what we do is figure out what has taken the person's body away from its natural state, which is perfect. Then we fix that. So, in terms of cleansing and healing that I've been doing, imagine a canvas. And what I've done is completely clean the canvas. So now anything that makes its way onto the canvas, I'm going to notice. So what that means is my reactions to things that aren't quite natural are more so than average. Whereas somebody who hasn't done any adjustment to their menu, they're eating junk, they haven't done any cleansing, maybe they've done antibiotics when they get sick, their system is a complete junk pile. And just throwing junk on top of that, you hardly even notice it. But I haven't had a cheat meal in over 5 years. And I've been doing such cleansing that I have reaction to things which are even slightly not natural. For example, on Friday night, my aunt, she had come in, she's my godmother, she had come in from California for a week, and she was there, and so we were hanging out, and she brought out some things that she wanted me to eat. Of the things that she had, the only thing that was something that I would have eaten was almond butter. So I had an apple, I peeled it, I cut it in half, and then I took the core out, so you have like a little dish, and then I put a scoop of almond butter in the middle there on each side. And I think that was all that I ate of almond butter that night. But the next day, when my sons got there, I had bought a bunch of food to feed them because I made a deal with them for 24 hours. What's up, Londos? For 24 hours, I make all their food, and they have agreed that if they eat only what I make them for 24 hours, they get this thing on a video game, which is a monthly thing, so it's ongoing. They get a monthly thing on the video game. Every week I get 24 hours making their food. So I bought a bunch of food, and I bought two things of almonds. One was raw almonds, one was roasted almonds, unsalted, just roasted. And I wanted to see which one they like better. So turns out they like the roasted almonds better. So I took the raw almonds, put them in the toaster, and so I ate some of those. And then my aunt, my godmother, was leaving the next day, so she said, "I'm not going to eat this. You can have the rest of this almond butter." So I basically, Saturday night, gorged myself on almond butter. And I think maybe I had like 4 more apples, or more, maybe 5, but probably like 4 apples on top of all the almonds that I ate that day, just like, grazing. And each apple is 2 servings of almond butter, so it's a half of an apple. I put a big scoop. It's like more than a tablespoon of almond butter on there. And so I ended up eating about a half a jar of almond butter or more on Saturday night, right before bed. So that's like this much almond butter, which, if you think about how much almonds it takes to make this much almond butter, I must have eaten about this much almonds, the equivalent of that many almonds on Saturday night. So I woke up in the middle of the night, probably about 2 or 3 in the morning, had to go to the bathroom, and had diarrhea. The next day, I felt like I was still digesting, but then that night, it started to really affect me that I was basically incapacitated, just like in the fetal position, nausea, headache, intestinal discomfort. Let's see. The next day, I drank castor oil and prune juice, trying to empty myself out. And this is Monday, Tuesday, today's Wednesday. Over Monday and Tuesday, I started to feel better. Whereas yesterday, it was just a really severe sore throat, like it hurt to swallow. Today, it's irritating to swallow, but it doesn't hurt as bad as it did yesterday. So, I haven't eaten since Saturday night. I found out I have an almond allergy. And if I just ate a few almonds, it probably wouldn't affect me that much. But the fact that I ate so much almond butter, and that is equivalent to even more almonds, I just overdid it. But, these things happen, and I believe everything happens for a reason. So, God told me, lay off the almonds. Now, I took it one step further, and I decided, from now on, starting today, I'm only going to eat my dino cheese. And this is a technique that is a little esoteric. It's actually based in science, though, where, you could say esotericism is a science. But the idea is that everything is vibration, right? Even matter is energy that's vibrating at a certain frequency to come into existence. So, by creating a thought, a vibration is going out. Okay? Now, that thought can become more physical as it condenses into something like, I had a thought, And then I designed this menu. And now this is a real thing. It's in existence here. So my thought now is to create Dino cheese as a commercial product. My first foray into making a commercial product was Dino scales. This is a recipe that was prescribed to me by Dr. David Jubb for the condition I had in my brain due to mild traumatic injury, where because the brain tissue being made of fat is much less vasculated, meaning it has much less blood flow to it than a muscle or skin. So a brain injury, if you look it up, can take up to 7 to 10 years to heal fully. So when I retired from Ultimate Fighting in 2009, 2010, somewhere around there, up until now it's 2020, I'm fully healed, but I would say I wasn't fully healed probably until a couple years ago. 2018, maybe 2019. But I connected with Dr. Jubb on the level of my injury in the end of 2012. So I met Dr. Jubb in 2005, and I got certified as a chef. But then I went for specific training into brain health in 2012. So from 2012 to 2018, 2019, I ate so much pumpkin seeds as a medicine. And it's a twofold. See, a medicine has to help you heal. It's not just going to mask symptoms. That's what a drug does, and a drug has side effects. So the medicinal aspect of the pumpkin seeds is not just rebuilding brain tissue, but it also replaces a bunch of junk food. And it does that in another twofold method, which is by just straight up replacing, but it also has an anti-parasitic effect. Pumpkin seeds are anti-parasitic, so it can fight cravings. It can help you to shit out parasites if you crave animal products. And what I'm going to do is create Dino cheese, which is my version of cheddar, to replace, something that's being sold now, which is harmful not only to humans, but to the environment. So cheese causes heart disease. That's why my dad, as a vegetarian, has had heart disease. And he still has heart disease because he still eats cheese, but he doesn't want to admit it. That's the reason why. He says it's stress. He says it's stress. Oh, the boogeyman ghost, stress, nobody knows. Where is it? It's actually in your gut. The stress is coming from your gut, from bringing in poison on a daily basis. And if you got rid of cheese and milk from your menu, you would heal heart disease. And you can look that up. There's a movie called What the Health, where people healed heart disease, which my dad has, high blood pressure, which my mom has, diabetes, arthritis, cancer, I'm not sure what else, but all by getting rid of animal products. Not to mention the gross destruction of the environment caused by the animal agriculture industry. And that is not just a crime against humanity. It's a crime against nature, because nobody owns the air. Although some people like to think they do. Nobody owns the water that they can run off the animal feces and the fertilizer into the water the water supply and spray all type of shit in the air that they use in that industry. That's a crime. And that's why I've considered running for public office, just like Donald Trump did from the uh, from the corporate arena, make a transition to the political arena. I'm very much considering that, so I can make not the consumption of junk food, but the production of junk food illegal. I'm not infringing on people's rights, but it is illegal for people to make products that are harmful to people's health and also harmful to the environment. And that's a crime that's going on right now. And anybody who's participating in that by eating dairy, you are, to me, I consider you, at best, a useful enemy. Because this is war. My health has been compromised, to say the least, by the system that's in place. The system since I was born has been killing me with cereal and pizza and all type of junk food. And that's an act of war on our kids. So you better be with me, because this is a battle for all time. Anyway, what they say is that you put the vibration out and you focus that vibration. First, it starts as a thought. And in today's day and age, we have the digital world. So I'll give you an example here on my laptop, and then I'm gonna make my pumpkin seed cheese for you, for me. Okay, so here's my sword fighting cover. It's a front cover and there's a back cover. The front cover says, "Prepare for battle." The back cover says, what does the back cover say? I gotta get my notepad. Where is it? Where's my notebook? Ah. Sacred texts. Hold on. Okay. The back cover says, "Battle for life." So I really got to try and get this done before Friday, because I got my son these foam swords for Christmas, so I want to try and start teaching him as soon as possible. But the front cover here, it's going to be about, the non-sparring aspect. So there's how to bow is one example. How to bow with your sword. And then the other side is going to be about the sparring, because I'm fitting this into the League of Champions. So it's going to be about the sparring. So you're going to have a recommended equipment list. You're going to have the rules for the sword fighting. We're only going to do 3-minute rounds. And so on and so forth. There's going to be some training exercises in there. So that's that. All right, so that's an idea that came to me, and now I'm making it into something. All right. So the other idea that came to me is this dino cheese. It came to me through Dr. Jubb, and he gave it to me for my brain, and I've lived on dino scales for 28 days. I don't remember exactly. I might have video on it way back a couple of years ago. But all I ate was dino scales. For, I'm going to say 28 days. It might have been less, like 22, 20 something for sure. The number 28 is in my head for some reason. But it's not going to be hard for me to live on dino cheese. And I'm still going to potentially eat other things with the dino cheese. Like, for example, tonight I got these apples to eat with it. Okay? Another thing I like to do with the dino cheese is steamed pumpkin. But every time I eat, it's gonna be dino cheese. And that's for the concept that I was just talking about, which has to do with energy, but it also has to do with, because the more exposure dino cheese gets, the better. So every time I eat, there it is. Anybody who sees me eating, they're going to see it. So that's product exposure. All right. So in this case, the pumpkin seed is it's a residual throat burning from the almonds. Almond butter, I should say. The pumpkin seeds in this way is also replacing the almonds. So I won't have almond butter anymore for 2 reasons. One, I'm allergic to it. 2, I'm replacing it with dino cheese. And that's going to benefit my health, and it's also going to benefit my business. Double whammy. All right. So now, let's see. Alchemy. Alchemy is a trade-off. You take something, you make something else out of it. But apparently you have to sacrifice. That's what they say. In this case, my aunt, my godmother, I had to sacrifice a bit of my health to connect with her. On that day, she gave me her almond butter. I'm still recovering. However, she gave me a brilliant idea. She told me, because my dad's getting older, she has a recipe, because she's into health, not as strict as I am, but she had a recipe, and it had to do with pumpkin seeds and chia and baking soda and I think lemon. I'm not going to put lemon in this one. I'm going to put the apple cider vinegar that I put in my cheese. But I am going to put chia in my recipe. Okay? So this is the same recipe that I've been making for my dino cheese, except I'm adding chia. So let's get into it. Then I'm going to show you another thing that I made for my brother's Christmas gift. This shouldn't take too long. It's a very simple recipe. You start with pumpkin seeds, which I have a big box right here. I'm going to make a double recipe, so it's 2 cups for a recipe. I got my parents' blender here because mine is still on the fritz. Okay. So on the side here, you got the 4-cup line. That's 3.5. 3 5/8. 3 7/8. 4. Put this off to the side. Close this up. Alright, I'm going to switch this water out here, put it over here. Put the blender in here. Okay, so now the recipe is a 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar, 1/4 cup apple cider vinegar, which I have right here, a 1/4 cup, but it's a double recipe, so we're gonna go 1, 2, 1/4 cup apple cider vinegar in. Okay, it's a 1/2 cup water. Okay, so we got the water right here. One. Two. Okay. Okay, now salt. I only use Celtic. If you didn't know, now you know. Celtic, I believe it's 1 teaspoon for the recipe. Okay. We're going to do a heaping teaspoon. You got to do 2. And we're actually going to do a 1/2. 2.5. I feel like it actually should even be more. But since I'm going to be eating this, I'm going to taste test it and see if I should go up to 3 teaspoons. All right, now I still got to put the chia. However, the way that chia works, it's so hungry for water that if I put it in right now, it won't blend right. So I'm going to blend it first, then I'm going to add the chia and blend again. it just doesn't seem like this blends as good as this. I think it's because it's so wide. It's harder to concentrate the material down into the blade. I don't like it. I like the narrow one better. Vitamix, if you're watching, go back to the old design. All right. Now, my parents apparently cleaned out their fridge. I had some leftover chia flour there, so I'm going to use that. If you have just regular chia, it's very easy to turn it into flour. I've done that on other videos, so you don't have to do that today. I'm just going to pour this into here. So I'm going to start with 1 cup. One cup chia flour. All right. Close enough. And chia is a bland flavor, so I probably definitely should have put more salt in, because it's gonna mellow it out so much, but whatevers. This is a test run. The first time at this new recipe. Thank you to my godmother Lorraine. Fucking Vitamix sucks. The new design of the Vitamix sucks. Vitamix, you fucking ruined it. You had a perfectly good design, and now you can't even blend properly because you made the damn thing too wide. You ruined it. You ruined the I don't know who the hell is reviewing and what they're making. I don't know what your team is actually making to test it out. Maybe they're just making smoothies. But I can't even make a dough now. I can't even make a dough now because this shit doesn't fucking blend. Look, it doesn't even get to the bottom. Bullshit. Fucking bullshit. Now I'm gonna have to put it in a bowl and mix it by hand. Oh, you know something? Who put these people in charge? They don't know what the hell they're doing. It's like the government. Who put you in charge? You don't know what the hell you're doing. Anybody who's in charge should have, first of all their medical records made public. We need to know who's controlling Donald Trump, what type of medication he's on, who's supplying him with his medication. That's just one person. We also need to know what they're eating. For example, the guy who is doing this great reset thing, Klaus Schwab. He looks to me, because I do body reading. So by looking at his face and body, I can tell that he eats sausage. He eats blood sausage. And that's equivalent to cannibalism. That's why he doesn't care that the policy he's trying to enact is going to kill people. Another one, Bill Gates. I guarantee you he's got a blood boy. That's why he's so into injections. He's got a boy that he pays to donate his blood, and he injects the blood into himself. Bill Gates does. He loves injections. He thinks injections are the greatest thing ever. That's why. He feels great after he gets his fucking injection from his blood boy. That's vampirism, by the way. You can get powers from vampirism, but there's a trade-off. The best way is to build your health from the inside. That's truly godlike. Vampirism is evil. And when I say evil, I'm not talking about moral. I'm talking about the opposite of live. The word evil is live spelled backwards. So, you deal with death, that's what you get. Bill Gates, he's made himself a victim, an addict. Or not an addict, but addicted. We don't want to judge him based on his behavior, because you could change. You could get back your intestinal flora. That's your healthy bacteria where the blood is actually made. The blood is not made in the bones. Ribbit. Like it's currently being promoted by the, at best, outdated, but more than likely corrupt medical model and practiced in the world today. I was going to say the West, but it's pretty much everywhere. China's doing it. Germ theory. I did a whole video on it the other day. I'm going to get more into it. How it's all a fraud. Germs don't come from the outside. They come from the body breaking down. I'm just going to scrape this blade here and taste test. It actually didn't come out too bad. It looks to be somewhat uniformly mixed. Maybe I overreacted. Definitely not salty enough, but it's good flavor. Maybe. No, I don't think I should put less chia because it's giving it a nice chewiness. The chia gives it if you could see this. I'm bringing the camera in a little bit. If you could see how it sticks. You see that? The chia gives it a stickiness. Chia, amazing ingredient. Not just for what it does in a recipe, but nutritionally, it's the most powerful seed on earth. So I'm really thankful to my godmother for turning me on to chia in this recipe. I've used it in other recipes, but I don't know why I didn't consider it in this cheese recipe, but here it is. Two of the most powerful seeds on earth in one recipe. This is what I'm going to live on. Until it becomes a legitimate product. And when, I might actually continue, even after this becomes a legitimate product, I might continue just to promote it. Because with my physical training and stuff that you're going to see, my body's going to be transforming. So people in the industry, they're going to say, oh, well, what's so good about dino cheese? Well, here you go. Look at my body now. You know what I'm saying? That type of thing. So it's like a testimonial. Okay. I don't worry about anybody I'm not worried about anybody monitoring me, the NSA. To be honest, if the whole COVID fraud scam was just to get everybody on a tracker, I would consider it if they were just honest about it. Say, look, we want to put the stamp on you so that we can scan you. We want everybody to get a scan bar. Just be honest about it. If that's what it is. Don't make up this fucking phony COVID shit just to implement a policy. Just be honest about it. See, I don't mind being monitored. Not just because I'm a streamer, but because I have nothing to hide. Even if I wasn't a streamer, where am I going to hide? I don't eat junk food. I don't do drugs. I do medical marijuana when I can get it. I do coffee occasionally. I don't masturbate. Once in a while, I'll look at porn just to see it. If I like, if I see, let's see, like I have a celebrity crush. So I'll go, oh, well, I'll type into the porn search engine, such and so look-alike. And then I'll look at that, and that's it. I don't masturbate. I don't even ejaculate when I'm having sex. So I try to live a life that is godlike. Meaning, God gave me this body as a gift. It's the temple. I want to show my appreciation. I want to treat this body like the most pristine temple where only God resides. God resides in this temple. You understand what I'm saying? This isn't like just some fucking fun little roller coaster. Like, I don't treat my body like a fun little ride. My body is not just a temple, it's also a war machine. So, I got nothing to hide. And to be honest, when I know people are watching, I kick it into overdrive. As far as training goes, when I'm training, I go extra hard. So we don't know what these politicians are doing behind closed doors. That's bullshit. Trump, Biden, all of them. Klaus Schwab, Bill Gates. We gotta know what they're really up to. This is bullshit. Because they're affecting us. It really is fucking bullshit. The more I think about it, the more it pisses me off. And you might say, oh, well, what can you do? What can you do? We got to do something. Even if it's just never letting them off the hook. Always talking about it. Never consenting to their bullshit. I will never eat Bill Gates' food. All the GMOs and stuff. I will never take a vaccination. And I will stick up for you. I will fight for you guys. So that you know the truth. Bill Gates is not the truth. He's a liar. Anybody who's not letting you see everything they do, why? What's the reason? What are you hiding? Anyway, I might not get my channel might not be able to be monetized because I talk about these things, you know? But first of all, some things are more important than money. Second of all, I don't want anybody else's money. Like I turned ads off on my videos. If I make money on my videos, it's going to be from my own products and things. You know, something like this. It could be for sale on my site. I got to see how it ships. So what I'll do is I'll put this in the fridge, let it set, and maybe not this batch, maybe my next batch. We'll see. I'll mail it to my brother. He lives not too far away in Queens, so that'll be like a 24-hour trip, and we'll just see. You know, it probably will have to be refrigerated. Maybe I'll put it in a little cooler or something. It's a little harder to work with now that the chia is in there because it sticks to the fucking fork. It doesn't want to get in the mold there. Alright, that's good enough for now. This is just for me later, so I don't have to be perfect with it. Oh shit, my bad. You guys didn't see that. I'll do another one because I got extra cheese. Alright, so then this comes up, comes over, make it flat. Okay, now I take a plate, put this like that, so now the weight kind of flattens that side out, mostly. Okay, I'll put that in the fridge. Alright, now I'll do another one. Plastic wrap. Why is it stuck now? Hello. Alright. So I'll do this first. Tape that down. Okay. And this. Just like that. this up. Okay. I actually shouldn't probably eat tonight because I still got that sore throat, even though it's way less. It's almost gone. It's just like I should just knock it out, but we'll see if I can hold out. Doesn't look like it. Looks like I'm gonna have apples and cheese for dinner tonight. If I eat it and I start to feel like I shouldn't, maybe I'll stop. I am gonna do exactly what I said I was gonna do though, as far as extended fasting. It's just that I might start after Christmas or something. I'm starting soon, trust me. This is what I live for. It's not just a whim. Alright, this is my life, trust me. I'm fighting. I'll never stop fighting. Okay. Cheese number 2. Okay, so I'll take you with me on this one. Go here. Gotta get a... Okay, and I'll get one more here. Might be able to squeeze out one more. Let's see. Looks like it. Looks like we get one more of this. Oh, okay, and this one's already made. Nice. Perfect. Good to go. GTG. Scraping the sides. Oh yeah. Okay. A little more. One more spoonful. Save every little piece. Cheese. Okay. Now I'll just squish it in there. Perfect. Perfetto. Alright, Vitamix, I'll give you another chance. You actually did a decent job. Maybe it just felt like it because I'm not used to it. I'm not used to, the my sensitivity, my sensitivity to the grinding, to the blending is not up. It's me. It's not you. It's me. Maybe we'll see. I'll give you another chance. Vitamix, I'm gonna give you another chance. Don't disappoint me. You're our only hope. All right, 3 cheeses. Hell yeah. Put this away. Put this away and this away. Okay. Next. Okay. So, I saw this on Instagram. An old juice head body power lifter. No, not power lifter. Not a bodybuilder, but not a power lifter. He's like a strength trainer. So a power lifter, they focus mostly on, the contest. I think is deadlift, bench, and squat. This guy, he does more, I would say, more functional or more different types of strength building. And he's come up with a brand of products which are kind of like unique unique fucking like training tools and stuff. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. What time is it? 2:10? Okay. I don't have to be at the gym until 4. But I have to get there at 3 to clean. So let me just see if I can. I believe his name is Kabuki Strength. Now, I'm not down with the steroids. I'm not down with the junk food that he eats. So I'm not endorsing his program. Let me just pull it up. This phone is like, it's like dial-up, but not just the data. It's like an old phone. It's got too much memory. Kabuki Strength. Here we go. I might be getting a new phone later, or I also might be getting that SIM card. So let's see. Is this it? No. Okay. I'm gonna find it real quick. Don't worry. It was a while ago, so I got to go back a little bit. Pretty sure it was on his timeline. I think it was around was Father's Day recently? Hmm. I'm gonna find it. See, I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to tell just by looking at these pictures if it's the right one. But let me go a little more. Okay, Kabuki strength. Yeah, this is definitely the guy. I'm on the right page. But let's see. Kettlebells, no. Hmm. Yeah, I feel like maybe it was on his stories. Let me just go a little more, a little more. He's quite active on social media, so he's got a lot of posts here. Mm, 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 mm. Oop, I thought that was it. Damn. Well, I don't really have to show you his page because I made it myself, but this is where I got it from. I got it from this guy, Kabuki Strength. I got the idea. I was doing push ups on the TRX, and just as a an update, no, just as just to explain it, what's happening when you do a push up or when you do a press, like a bench press or a push up, they're both the same motion, right? So on a bench press, you're pushing a bar up. When you're doing a push up, you're pushing off the floor and you're lifting your body weight up. You can do weighted push ups, you know, you could do different things like that. All right, so fuck it. I'm not finding it on his page. But when you do, when you use your chest muscle, the way that it helps you press, because the chest connects in here, right? Inserts here, and then comes to here. So when you're doing a press, the reason why it develops your chest is because the chest is pulling the shoulders forward. You understand? The chest pulls the shoulders in like this, and therefore you're pressing by your shoulders coming forward and then your arms. So uh, when you do bench press, you're also working your triceps and your shoulders. However, because the straight bar doesn't allow your hands to come in, when you get to a certain point about here, your chest becomes deactivated, where it's supposed to continue to pull in here. The chest is not able to bring the shoulders in anymore. Once you get to a certain point, the chest is no longer activated. So the upper half of the bench press is stressing your shoulder joint. And this was discovered by old school bodybuilders who were tearing their joint here, whether it's the chest muscle that tears or the shoulder. Mostly shoulder because that's the smaller muscle. So what they discovered was when you're doing a press, when you start to get into heavy weights, or even not heavy weights, if you want to use the chest muscle like it's supposed to and develop it, you have to come in with your press. So any press, like a push-up even, or if you have dumbbells, you want them to come in. If you're doing a push-up, how can you come in? Your hands are stuck to the floor. Now, I was using the TRX, and that works pretty good, except the straps actually get kind of rubbed up against your arm. It's something's not right with that. Um, Maybe if it was two separate ropes where they were coming out like that, that might work. But this method, which I learned from Kabuki Strength, is the best. And it involves wheels. So you're still going to be doing a push-up, except your hands are going to be able to travel. And I made 2 of these, or 2 sets. It's actually 2 each set, so it's 4. I made them for my 2 brothers for Christmas. And we have a push-up bar. Okay, you can go this way, you can go this way. This one's kind of slanted. I just got it at the Five Below store, so it was $5 for each. Okay, then I cut a piece of wood. I went to the hardware store. This was the most expensive part. I got 4 of these, 1 for each hand. All right, it's a set of 3 wheels, and so this is going to allow it to travel on the floor. All right, I attached that with a bolt and a washer, and I drilled 8 holes to attach this with zip ties. So that's what I picked up at the 99-cent store. Let me just check my text message here. I'm frozen? Am I frozen, really? Somebody say something in the chat if I'm frozen. Am I frozen or not? Type in the chat if I'm frozen. Anyway, get the camera down here. So, you know what? Let me finish this one. I did 2 so far, and then this is what that looks like. I still got to trim the zip ties. Okay. And I did 2 of those, and then I just have to finish one more on this. So we're gonna go zip tie on this side, comes around, goes in through the next hole here. I think I gotta actually bend this to get it through. Okay. Now it's from the 99-cent store, so hopefully this one works. I'll hear the clicking sound. There it is. Only one of them didn't work at the other from the other pack. All right. So I got 3 done. Last one here. Okay, I'm going to come from this side. You know what? Let me do all 4 of these. Gotta make sure the zip part faces in. Listen for it. There it is. Okay. Number 2. Oh shit, fuck. I fucked that one up. Alright, I can cut it. I forgot to go through the second hole. Duh. Alright. Not the end of the world. This one. fold. Go in here. There we go. Okay, let me get a scissor for this. Cut it. Okay. Garbage right here. I just vacuumed, so I want to make sure I don't start making a mess right away. Okay. Let's see here. Come here. Nope, wrong one. All right. That's 4. Okay. I'll just give you a quick demo after I'm done. And I gotta also trim these zip ties. In the spirit of being honest, guys, I've been secretly checking in on my ex on Twitter. So, look, the American Medical Association and the Psychiatric Association and all these businesses that are using the model of disease that's at best, like I said, outdated, but more than likely corrupt. They drug people down and lock them up and make money off of them. It's a sick industry. But what I've learned from Dr. David Jubb's research, evidence, and theory is that every condition of the brain is first related to the brain of the gut. So when I was labeled as a schizophreniform, I was labeled as a schizophreniform not because I was claiming that my ex-wife was harming my children by feeding them junk food. I was labeled as a schizophreniform because the way that I was saying it, it made me seem, uh, well, if you look up schizophreniform, it's like certain behaviors. Uh, they they'll say things like, "Oh, hallucinate" and stuff like that, but it's not necessarily what you believe, because some people believe that. Uh, let's see, what do some people believe? Oh, they believe that they can talk to spirits. Some people believe that they can pray to deceased loved ones. Some people believe, for example, in South America, you have the Day of the Dead. Look into that. You have something like that in Asia as well. Okay? Some people make sacrifices to demons or whatever. Some people make sacrifices to Allah. Some people make sacrifices to the Hebrew God. Some people believe Moses talked to a burning bush. You see what I'm getting at? You can believe these things. It's just a matter of how you talk about it. So, uh, when I tell you that I believe that my ex-girlfriend, Janie, was sent to me through the MK Ultra program to be my girlfriend for the purposes of making me look good. I can say that. That's not illegal to say that. Nobody could lock me up saying that I'm crazy for saying that. I'm not harming anyone. I'm not harm to myself. That's just a theory that I have. Okay? So I can say whatever I want. It's a free country. Haven't offended anyone. Haven't hurt anyone. And that being said, that's the only way that I could explain to myself certain things that happened. I'm not going to go into it because I don't really remember it all. We first met when I was still in that foggy period after stopping head trauma in 2012, 2013. That from that period until, relatively recently, we were together. So that first period is a little hazy, but I do remember the feeling of certain things not making sense unless I thought of it in this way. If I think of it in this way, then certain things do actually make sense. That uh, she's you know, what they would call a handler. They'll call it a handler, even though I don't have a handler. I won't accept a handler because I believe that the man is the leader and the female is the support role. So, in the CIA terminology or MK Ultra terminology, they'll call her a handler. I would call her maybe a beard would be the Hollywood term. It's like a good-looking woman that's kind of assigned to the male star. In the past, it would be either because he's gay, or which I'm not gay, but I'm kind of a nerd, and sh- they wanted to make sure that I look good because in this theory, I'm being what's the word? I'm being grown, or I'm being given space to grow into this Master Luki role, which has the potential to be a worldwide brand. And all of this control that the New World Order is supposedly going for, that can all actually go under Master Luki brand. But we would have to cut out all the junk food, all the phony vaccinations. Okay, you want to stamp everybody? We can come to an agreement on that, but not this phony vaccination bullshit. Because that's harm. The junk food, like I said, is harmful to produce. We got to cut it off at the source stop growing, stop producing the ingredients for junk food. Everything else is hammering itself out. Free energy is coming to be. Okay? So just put it all under Master Lukey brand. Anyway, I'm a human. I'm a man. And over the time spent with Janie, I developed strong feelings for her. So it's like a child that I took care of. I made all her food. I put her through my program when I could. Sometimes she wouldn't stay long enough, so we didn't have time to flush. I noticed that from the time she got here, it took 3 days for her to go to the bathroom because of the food that she was eating where she's from. She had to eat my food for 3 days before she was able to actually go to the bathroom. And that's a condition of dehydration. So she claims that, oh, I didn't get any stones out when I flushed, so I don't have any stones. She go, oh, the stones is not as real. This is something where if you have a dehydration, which is like a cramp, that's going to take time to relax and release so that the stones can come out. She never was able to do it continuously for long enough. When I first learned how to do this program, it was 2 weeks straight. Now I've cut it down to a 5-day program where you start on Monday, you flush on Saturday or Sunday, whenever your day off is, or Friday, like I've done it on Friday too. So, if you do one flush and then you fucking do whatever you want for a month or two, and then you do another flush, you think that's going to do it. It's not. All right? So I can't really, which I wanted to use her as a model for my program so she would lose the little bit of weight that she had to. What's up, Joe Bew? And then Haywad, thank you so much. The real champ. That's right. And not only that, I created a League of Champions. So now you're with me, you're a champ as well. Cheers. Anyway, a lot of stuff happened with me and Janie over the years, and I cheated on her. And she's become irritated, to say the least. So I get these random texts. She says she cheated on me back, then she says she didn't. Now she says she's focusing on her business, doing psychic readings, but I'm still getting these harassing texts. So, for example, I don't know why this one got cut off, because she texted my my Google Voice number, which is the one on my website. So if you text that number, that goes to Google Voice. That I've had that number forever. Not forever, but for a long time. And that is my number. But then, yeah, out of control. That's one way of putting it. But hold on, don't let me lose my train of thought. So the Google Voice. Oh, so yeah. So now that I have a cell phone, this is a free service that I got from the Social Security office. That's funny, Joe. So that I get like 2 gigs of data per month, but unlimited texts and phone calls. So I use that. That's fine. The data, I just got to be in Wi-Fi and stuff for videos and stuff like that. But the Google Voice number, those texts get forwarded to this number. So because of whatever service this is, if it's a really long text, it will get abbreviated on this phone. Okay. Hey, what? Yeah, I partook in some medical marijuana today. It's a quinoa blend. So I took a teaspoon of that. I'm feeling good right now. Cheers to you as well. So anyway, this was an abbreviated message, but for some reason it didn't go fully through to my Google Voice. So I don't know what the rest of this says, Probably better off that I don't, right? But I'll read you this one and then the one previously. It says, my sister did this same exact thing to that loser she dated in Texas. She would insult for years and years. You're a bum and a loser. Ew, look how you live. Fuck all kinds of nasty whore. And that's where it got cut off. So, oh, wait a second. Now, here it is. And then want to spread your diseases to me. I have a clean record, by the way, in case anybody's wondering. I have the tests somewhere here. Perfectly clean. No STDs. Oh God, it's just the same thing all the time. Look what it's fucking. A whore that's old and looks like a man. Used me to pay for the meth head hooker bus ticket. Not true. When at that time I was busting my ass at 2 jobs to pay for a lawyer. That's because she harassed a woman. That's not my fault. Feeding the hooker with my money and weed. The amount of weed I gave the meth head hooker was negligible. I ate most of the most of that weed. I gave her a little, like once or twice I gave her a little bit. But I ate most of that weed. And the money, no, she had her own money because she was on social services. I bought my own food. I used her money to buy our food, stuff like that. Lying about it. Not lying. Nobody can fucking lie to me. All the famous spirits I talked to said you will die a bum. Well, when you say bum, do you mean poor? Because I'm poor now. I just want to leave a legacy. I'm not in it for the money. Like, what am I going to buy with money? I don't care about cars. What do I care about? Fighting and health food. And my kids. So, occasionally I'll play Fortnite. That's fun. But, I'm not into, like, I don't know, fancy living or something. Joe, people who judge on any basis are really sad, Luke. You can't take it with you. Well, that's true. No, I'm not taking it with me, Joe. She's hurt. She's lashing out because she doesn't have the ability to move on. She claimed that I was her forever. I'm thinking of this on whether it's true what I said about her being MK Ultra, then this is all just for show. If it's not true what I said about MK Ultra and I really did hurt her feelings after her thinking that I was her forever, then that would also explain this because like her whole world is upside down. What's she gonna do? Just let me go? She thinks that I like killed her hopes and dreams. So, for somebody who doesn't know how to fight, she's gonna think that she has to get me back. No, I know what you're saying, Joe. 100%. I know what you're saying. When you fight a beginner, if you hit them, they're gonna try and hit you back. That's actually a mistake that a beginner will make. You try to get somebody back because they can actually plan for that. So, let's see. Ha 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 ha, she's laughing. You're very fucking ugly. You call me a monkey, but put a picture beside yours of a gorilla and you will see twins. Okay? I call her monkey because it's like an annoying little, like, cute little thing, but it's annoying, monkey. You say my bottom jaw is fucked. No, I didn't say that. I said your lip. Your lip doesn't animate because the intestine, which this tissue here is correlated to the intestine. The lower left quadrant and the lower right quadrant. So you can see people, not just you, but a lot of people, they actually will have one side that doesn't really move. Sometimes it's the upper lip, you have the spleen, and the stomach on this side, you have the liver on this side. So you can read somebody by their lips. You can read what's going on in their intestines. This is the kidneys, this is the heart. Okay, this is the intestine and the lungs. Okay, and then this is the colon. But yeah, because your intestine is under the influence of what's called a mycotoxin, that's from the condition of your gut having a mold, and that mold excreting this mycotoxin, and it's basically freezing, kind of like Botox. It freezes the intestine, and that's why when people speak, the lip doesn't animate like it's supposed to. I have a little bit as well, but you could see people, they have like oh god, they have like rashes here or lining. Sometimes it looks like it's bleeding out, like you can't really see where the lip ends. It just kind of like goes out. Sometimes it's, my lips are pretty thin because I've done so much cleansing. I don't really have a lot of inflammation except for down here. And this here is correlated to the actual tissue itself, where the inside of the tissue is more the inside of the mouth. So you see these people, it looks like it's puffy and red. So that's inflammation. Anyway, what do you want me to do? Pull my whole lip down and show teeth? I never said that. I just want you to do cleansing. Look at your kids, deformed and retarded. Very ugly. Yeah, okay. When I would travel to the States with my family, everybody would say me and my siblings are beautiful. Your kids are very ugly. Your parents are shit. That's why they never got you braces. Bad genes, male pattern baldness, and heart disease. That's more from nutrition. What you're talking about is also an outdated model uh, called genetics. What they now call it is epigenetics, and that is having to do with the expression of the genes. So it doesn't really matter what genes you have, but certain lifestyle triggers, mainly the food, will make that gene become expressed. So male pattern baldness, you have the intestine, that's the two corners here. You have the stomach, which is the front. The heart is in the back. So people get the bald spot back here, that's heart disease. Okay? Your mother had yellow rotted teeth and looks like a man. Well, I can't really vouch for my mother's health. She doesn't eat what I wanted to, I told her a long time ago, you don't have to go to Weight Watchers. It doesn't work anyway. Do what I do. I'll help you. She said, I would rather die. This is her exact quote. I would rather die than give up pasta. So that speaks to the addictive nature, especially of wheat, which is a xeno-opiate. It's a form of opium, connects to the same receptor sites, as well as cheese that has casein. That's another xeno-opiate. She'd rather die, so I can't really speak on that. KKK family. No, that's not true. Angels and Jim Morrison told me I'm going to be a famous psychic medium with my own show. Paramount Pictures is going to give me a contract, and I'm going to be rich and famous. Everything else these spirits have told me came true. You thought you would have used me. I know that I joked around with her, if you're watching. I joked around with her a lot. It's like teasing. I'm using you because, I admit I'm scarred from women. I'm a misogynist, so I like to tease them. I like to let them know that I don't care for them. It's only a relationship of necessity. I don't like women. The way that I've been treated by women in my life has taught me that they're selfish to the point, women are selfish to the point of causing harm, where they won't actually think about the consequences of, for example, my mom making pasta for my kids. Because she's so selfish, she needs that pasta, but she's creating an environment in the intestine of my kids that's going to cause them to have food addictions and become sick like she is. And she is on pharmaceutical medication, pharmaceutical drugs. So there's another useful enemy. My own mom. Anyway, let's see. Geez, this is, oh my God, this is long. You thought you would have used me. I didn't want to use her. What I wanted to do was get famous with her, like have a reality show. The dramatic, cute girl, and what I'm doing, you know, she'd be like my sidekick to make me look good. So it's not just martial arts and nutrition. People like drama, you know, sex sells. So you had this cute girl. I thought we were going to help each other and get her a show, and then we could go our separate ways. I won't have to be stuck with her for the rest of my life, you know, because look, you think I wanted to deal with this type of stuff? You know, I've been getting this stuff in person for years. Text, in person, phone calls. Nobody even knows you. That's true. I'm in the seed stage right now. When my spirit guide was alive and I would walk with him, he was getting asked for his autograph. Bring all kinds of weirdos in my life. I blocked the cow and it's still stalking me. Nasty fucker. Bragging to the news how you fucked that fat beach whale. Nasty dirty faggot. Wears pink and purple. Must like sucking cock. Nope. Never have. I actually tried once on myself. Couldn't reach. I was, how old was I? I had to be, it was at my parents' house, and it was in my room in the basement. So I was only living there for a certain period of my life. I had to be around 18 years old. I tried sucking my own dick once. Yep. That's not gay, though. That's just curiosity. Okay? And, just like you wouldn't think jerking off with your hand for a guy or a girl, that's not gay, is it? So, sucking your own dick isn't gay either. Londos, don't be a snowflake. It's just sex. Alright? Only females get that upset over sex. Okay. But wearing pink and purple, see, my dad says stuff like that. Like, oh, that color is for girls. How is a color for girls? Color doesn't have yin and yang. Color is yin and yang. It's both. Pink is both masculine and feminine. Purple is masculine and feminine. Pink is white and red. Which part of that is feminine? Is red feminine? Is white feminine? Is that what it is? White's feminine for the yin yang? I think that's just a representation. White could be yang. Especially against black. Black, I would say, is more yin. Anyway. Trying to brainwash everybody about a scammer that's hiding in the States. Okay, so she has issues, I think, with male authority figures. Or maybe just all authority figures. So she claims that my teacher, Dr. Jubb, is a phony because he's been called a shaman. When I asked him to demonstrate to me how he's a shaman, he couldn't. That Anthony guy, Spirit, told me that Jubb scammer stole his liver flush and is a scammer. I ducking knew it. In your past life, you were a Nazi soldier. Maybe a Roman soldier, I don't know. That's why you want to control people. I want to control people like a father. Like I wish my father was, well, he was very strict growing up, and I'm actually thankful for that. In terms of my nutrition, he made my mom cook vegetarian. How's that? No parasites growing up. Now I'm not addicted to flesh like a lot of people. I was addicted to grains and dairy though. I had to get rid of that myself through the help of Dr. Joe. That's why you want to control people. More like guide, I would say. You're delusional and fucked. Nobody will let you control them. Well, what she's saying here is that uh, there's a way to motivate people, which that is actually a science. How to get people to do it's a it's been incorporated into sales technique, but it has to do with brain function and resonance. So how you speak uh, resonates with somebody through the vibration of your words. They've mapped it out. Another teaching of Dr. Jobs called whole brain functioning. You have mountains of criminal records. No, it's probably one page. But want to go to countries you're not allowed in. We'll see about that. Good Canada kicked your ass out. I did get turned away at the border once. Used me for weed and money. I didn't use you. I thought we had a thing going. Would take hundreds from me and kick me out. I kicked you out when you were pissing me off, and then I let you back in. Never did that to the meth head, eh? Yes, I did do that to the meth head. I kicked her out for good because she was drinking. I couldn't deal with it at that time in my life. Good the witch nose had a man besides you. Ha 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 ha. Go, that's your wifey. What a fucking loser. I have repeat clients for readings. That is how accurate I am. Bum with no car and money but thinks women will want it. What a fucking ugly loser. Okay. I thought I was going to have to go back one text because there's another one of those that I got not too long ago, maybe a week ago. This one was from like 2 days ago. But so anyway, I've been hanging on to that for two reasons. One is because I believe she's sent from MK. She's an MK, and it's sent for because I believe that I'm the chosen one. Master Luki Brand is gonna reign over the earth, as kind of like a holy empire. I believe in a benevolent king. That's my religion. Why wouldn't I want to be like God? Benevolent king. So I believe in the benevolent Illuminati, and they're guiding me to reach that. Okay, so she, in this case, is giving me content for my show. But the reason why I decided to reveal that to you guys is because she has a Twitter page, and if this is an actual person, maybe it's just a government program. So I've been checking out the Twitter page because of what I said. I still got a thing. And then she said here, she said, Luke just texted me. Can we say obsessed? It's all hearts on the text. That's not true. I didn't text. Definitely didn't text. Thanks, Joe. All right, I'm glad I read it then. So this was 2 days ago. Luke just texted me. You can't. The screen looks too bright. Luke just texted me. Can we say obsessed? It's all hearts on the text. I didn't text her. Then let's see. About 10 things later. Okay. To the sheep. 3,100 injuries from taking the COVID vaccine. Keep doing what the government tells you. I will never get a vaccine ever. We're in agreement on that. I always eat clean and do high intensity workouts. This is her. Even though I have never been overweight, I make sure I work out. I don't even touch anything sweet and cook all my meals. Iced water is my main drink, but I like iced coffee, non-dairy. I only eat organic and everything and nothing else. So, she was a good fit for my brand. But now, one day ago, see if you can read that. Can you see that? It says, on my way to Long Island. 18 hours ago. I don't know if you can read that. It looks blurry to me. Sorry, I'll read it to you. Hello, New York. Thank you for the invite to Long Island. I will definitely enjoy my stay. Smiley face. 18 hours ago. 5 hours ago. JJ Cale reminds me of my guitar playing days. I haven't played guitar in a long time. I'm drinking lemon tea listening to his music. 5 hours ago. And that's the last one. That's her. That guitar I got from her, the white and black one. She claimed it was played once by. It was once played by Chris Cornell. So that's the guitar that Sir Doyle plays now. Alright, so I'm going to have to go to the gym now, but let me trim this. I'll show you guys how this works. Oh. I'm going to trim these things here. One. It's 3 o'clock. That was my alarm. I gotta get there now, actually. Look. Alright, I'll just show you real quick. I'll do 10. Okay. Okay. Oh shit. Fuck. Try it this way. You know what, the concrete here is not smooth enough. I hope I didn't fucking make this wrong by being too narrow. It feels like, nah, I think it's fine. I just turn the handles like this. I'll try it at my parents' house, and then if it's a fail, then we'll lulls. I'll just take it apart and put it back together with a maybe like a wider piece of wood if I have to. I think if I hold them like this instead of this, if I hold them like this, it should be fine. Alright, so now that Janie's in the area, I'm going to lock my door on the way out. I'm going to go to the gym. I think that's everything that I wanted to go over. Alright, guys? I'm going to see what... Oh, you see it. Okay. I think I'm gonna have my last client today drop me off at the mall, because I'm gonna look into... First of all, I got to get something at Five Below. And then on the way home, I'm going to walk to the T-Mobile store. I'm going to see... This is my my money to maybe get a SIM card for my phone. So let me actually bring this phone with me and see maybe I could trade it in or just get a SIM card for this phone, all right? And then I'll be able to do streams wherever I'm at. So if somebody surprisingly pops up out of nowhere, I can stream that. You know what I'm saying? And then of course take it with me to the gym when I can film there or wherever I go to train. Because Master Lukey brand is going worldwide, like I said. That's my oath. Over and out.